June 17, 2004. Police respond to a report that a man has collapsed in an apartment complex courtyard. At the scene, they discover the man lying in the grass, stabbed to death. The victim is 29-year-old Stephen Souls. Stephen worked as a contractor and was struggling to make ends meet.
He was like anybody else, trying to do the best he could, and he had a whole lot of people that loved him.
The victim's family explains why Stephen may have gone to the complex.
We found out that he had a problem with drugs, and that's probably what brought him into the complex. It was a high drug area, and we knew he didn't live there.
Later that evening, Felton gets a lead on a potential suspect who lives at the apartment.
Police officers found a person matching the description of the suspect right in front of an apartment where the blood trail had started.
The suspect is 30-year-old Andre Banks, an ex-con with an extensive record, recently on parole after serving close to 7 years for attempted armed robbery. Andre lives at the apartment with his 19-year-old cousin, Charlie Ward.
Learning about Charlie Ward, that meant a lot to me because he's a relative. The eyewitness said that the two suspects looked alike. I believe that Charlie's our second suspect.
The next morning, Felton gets a warrant to search their apartment.
Inside the apartment, we found human blood. There were blood smears on the wall, several blood drops on the floor. We found a blood-stained white tank top T-shirt, which the witness described the suspect was wearing. But until I'm able to establish that that blood inside that apartment, belongs to the perpetrator or to my victim, all I can say is it's blood.
Two months after Stephen's murder, the lab results are in.
The T-shirt found inside the apartment had the victim's blood on it, but it also had DNA from Charlie Ward, which meant that we didn't have anything to put Andre at the scene. For all I know, Charlie's the one that did it, and Andre's covering for Charlie.
Police bring in Andre and his cousin Charlie Ward for questioning. Felton takes on Charlie first.
My ultimate goal is to get Charlie to turn on Andre.
You understand you're under arrest, you've been charged with first-degree murder, you understand that? And it's based on physical evidence, okay? And I'll fill you in, I'll talk to you, I'd love to talk to you because first-degree murder is the top-of-the-line charge.
It's so important at this point to get Charlie to admit what happened because the evidence that we have against Charlie is a lot stronger. So if Andre is the person that committed the stabbing, we need Charlie to tell the story.
Your clothing that has your DNA from your sweat, your skin cells, your hair fibers, and only you, okay? We're certain that's your shirt based on DNA. His blood is on there.
Okay, I see your physical evidence.
He believes that, I'm trying to lie to him. When in reality, I'm telling the truth, and I have it here in black and white showing him.
Look, I'm just so you know I'm not making that. 1 in 490 quintillion African Americans. That's the probability that they're wrong. I mean, be a stand-up guy for Andre if he's not the one who did it. Flip side of it, don't be a punk for Andre if he is the one who did it. Paint it. Don't let somebody else tell it. Because this is what
me I did this, right?
What can we do when a scientist is telling us, hey, 1 in 490 quintillion that it was Charlie who was right there?
That's what I do.
Do what?
I fire his ass.
As I'm interviewing Charlie, I start to hear disturbance.
Felton can hear Andre yelling from the adjacent interview room.
When I get outside, I see Andre Banks. He's just ranting and raving. He's yelling. All I could think about was, I got to get another tape recorder and get him into a different room, you know, before he decides to not confess.
Did anybody come to you, or did you just decide at this time you want to make a statement?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all. What you want to know?
Charlie listens to Andre's interrogation from the adjacent room.
Okay, I just want to know what happened. I just want to know the truth.
The man came to my house.
We talk about Stephen Souls?
I don't know, the dead guy, whatever.
Right.
He came there a week before the happened. He robbed me, put a machete on me. He robbed me, cut me twice.
He actually cut you?
He cut me twice with the machete. He jumped in the car with his girlfriend, ran off. I didn't see him again until the day of the murder.
Okay.
He knocked on my door again, high on that.
What'd he say?
He asked me for some drugs. So I told him to hold on. I went in the house because I recognized him and I grabbed my knife.
Okay.
I came back out. I said, what you want? He said, I need $40 worth. I said, all right, I got it. I reached for my pocket. He reached for his. When he came out with his knife, I had my knife. I stabbed him once. He dropped his knife. I grabbed his knife and I stabbed him 2 more times. Somebody pushed me off of him and I took off running. That's the whole damn story right there.
I know I still have to go back in the interview room with Charlie, but this time, you know, I'm armed with additional information.
All right, Andre gave it up. He said he's the one that did it. Heard him? Okay. So now all I need from you is the truth of what your involvement was.
Andre came back
Mm-hmm.
and was shaking stuff. And I was like, what happened? He just like, I did something, go look or something. Then just followed. Then I seen blood. Then I ran to go see what's the name, to see what happened. And I seen the dude.
Okay. Is that the truth? Or you just telling me what you think I want to hear? I want to hear the truth.
That's the truth.
All right. So you're saying you went up to him after the fact.
That's right.
Charlie, what do you want me to tell the dad, honestly?
I'm just trying to get out of here. I gotta go to work at 3.
Do you understand?
You're under arrest. You're not going anywhere today at 3 o'clock.
From Andre's confession and the evidence from the apartment, Felton has enough to charge Andre for murder. Lacking evidence, prosecutors decide against charging Charlie Ward with murder. Eventually, he pleads guilty to a lesser charge.
By interviewing Charlie first and letting Andre know that I was interviewing Charlie, ultimately landed us a confession. And again, we had a better case, evidence-wise, against Charlie than we did against Andre.